Hello, everybody. I am PhenomSage. Today, it is just no introduction is needed. It is time. I'm here with Femencho.
What's going on?
Hello, Femencho. It's time for this. The Sony E3 conference predictions video. This has been the video that everyone has been waiting for ever since the first predictions video that we released. People have been asking for this predictions video. It's finally time.
Yeah, it's here. I think it's not only the most exciting part of E3 because Sony has just been consistently top notch. I think it's just it's more or less there's less constrictions when it comes to Sony when making videos about it. Like with Nintendo, like you kind of have to follow what's going on, but with Sony,
exactly,
you have a lot more freedom to say. So like I
because
could
they
say
don't
a game
say shit beforehand.
Yeah.
They don't tell you what they're doing. You have free reign to go wherever you want with it.
I agree, and
this is
I certainly have with these predictions.
This is the company that has consistently fulfilled dreams in the past few years.
And yet, the last 2 years specifically have been insane.
I would say even 3 if you want to count Uncharted 4, which I would.
So yeah, can they go 3 or 4 for 4 at this point? Or
I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something crazy right now. This is going to be the best Sony conference ever.
I was thinking the same thing, but it's going to be the best for different reasons. I don't think it's going to be as wild as like 2015 Sony E3 or maybe even last year, but I think they're going to show enough content where it's just rich. It's rich in content, and
here's the thing, right? These past few years, we've gotten a lot of games, but not a lot of gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is the year where they just go all out with the gameplay.
I'm down. I'm down. They could be like playing like 2 games at the same time, even like have 2 joint screens and just like be play because they have to show
completely different games.
Yeah. I'm just joking. Let's jump into predictions. I know you had a wild start off, a wild prediction that nobody predicted.
This is kind of crazy. I don't think anybody else is going to put this on their list, but I have a feeling.
I think everybody's going to put this on the list.
God of War will be shown at this E3, and not only will it be shown, I think it's going to be, everyone's already saying this, but I think this is going to be the main focus for this Sony press conference.
Yeah, that's the first one I wrote, but then I put one before, and I'll get onto that later. But I'm excited to see this game. I'm not even a fan.
So excited.
I'm not even a fan of this franchise. How am I excited for a game I'm not even a fan of? Like I could not care less about God of War. I know. So I'm down to play this game. They took a different direction. They're getting people like you who weren't into the past series. They're getting people like me who were absolutely into the past series. They're just doing everything right with this game, man. I'm so ready to see more gameplay on this. I think so too. They're doing things right and not excluding newcomers.
Anybody.
Yeah. With Uncharted 4, I feel like it was a game meant for Uncharted fans in a way.
Yeah, very.
Like, I mean, that was like, it was a conclusion to the Uncharted series. I felt very much that way. But this feels a lot more open-ended, a lot more like, there's a lot more like freedom to the players when just entering the game. At least from our knowledge. I mean, we've only seen like a 6-minute, 7-minute gameplay demo, so.
Get ready for that number. Shoot up, boys.
Oh, yeah. I'm really excited. I hope we see the companion system that they've been talking about, kind of like behind closed doors. See it in action. Yeah. I want to see like what, like the boy, they're calling them the boy. I want to see
what does this boy do?
And apparently you can like customize him and like have him play or grow differently throughout the game depending on gameplay differences. Like if you choose to do something, he grows up to be somebody else by the end of the game, which I think is really interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a game do that. It's a really cool idea for this game.
Other than that, we're looking at I was telling you this earlier, but apparently this entire game will be one continuous shot similar to the previous God of War games where it never cuts. It's like always a one long sequence from place to place, which I think is awesome. I think it is too. And the fact that it was in previous, I didn't notice it in previous God of War games because again, I'm not a fan, but I can appreciate that regardless. And the fact that they're doing that again with a game of this kind of scale. I mean, this is a different kind of God of War game. I mean, that camera's a lot closer. It's on the shoulder now, practically. It feels a lot more heavy and a lot more. It's a lot more personal. And the fact that it is going to be one continuous shot
makes me think of like Birdman or something, like the movie. Like it makes me think of like something with more gravitas to it, which is, I mean, God, that's pretty awesome. So I'm excited for this game. I'm excited to see what Sony has to show for it. So yeah, God of War.
What do you think the playtime is going to be on this?
I think in like 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes.
Yeah. That seems about right.
I think
I would go 15.
Yeah. I feel like that's about right. I hope we see kind of like what they're going to be doing with the environments. If it is going to be one continuous shot, like how are we going to be traversing around this world? Is there going to be a lot of exploration? Is there going to be puzzles in this game? So. I just want to see like how this game is going to be structured. So yeah.
On top of that, God of War, saying that it's going to be there, it's going to be the focus. I'm going to say something that a lot of rumors have been pointing to recently, and I'm so excited.
I think I might know what you're talking about.
If this is true, God of War released this year.
Yeah.
And you want to know what the rumor was? You're not going to believe what month the rumor was on.
So I put it under God of War gameplay demo with fall 2017 release date, because that's what I feel like is the most realistic.
But do you want to know what month though?
What the rumors are circulating about?
You would say like November, right?
I was thinking like November, December. What is
get that tentpole title out for the holidays?
Yeah.
But the rumor is saying September.
That is wild.
I'm not sure if I can believe that.
I don't know. That seems super early for this kind of game. I was thinking,
why would you release that early? This is like, if this game comes out this year, this is going to be the biggest game you have for the year.
Yeah, unless they have bigger plans. Unless they have another tentpole title for release. I mean, there's a couple of other games I know that are on both.
You got a segue, boys?
No. But like
I thought you were going somewhere with that.
I believe that this game is coming out in the fall. I think those rumors are false. I think this is going to be their biggest game this year. Not that they don't have other games coming out. I do have some other games here that I believe are coming out this year.
I have a lot of games.
Yeah. Let me go into my prediction.
Go for it.
I think this is how they're going to open the show, and you're not even going to know of it until they reveal that title. And I think they're jumping straight into Death Stranding gameplay.
Oh snap!
I think they're just right off the bat. The show's gonna open. Maybe they'll do something similar to they did last year, where they play some of that Death Stranding soundtrack, that synthy kind of like dark music.
Because we don't know a lot about it. They could easily show us something, and we'd have no idea that it's Death Stranding.
I mean, I guess now we would. Now that I'm making the prediction, because I would probably shout it. What is this?
Now we're waiting for it.
Yeah. But I mean, it's time. It's time to see some gameplay. I think Kojima's been working hard. He's been posting a lot less on Twitter recently, so he's probably hard at work. And I'm excited to see this game. I mean, I've heard stories about how this game's gonna work. It's open world apparently. You're Norman Reedus. You're naked. Like, I want to see this.
It's just so bizarre to think about gameplay. Like,
it really is, because it's been such a cinematic staple.
It's like, is this even a game?
Yeah, it really. And I think it's time for them to show off at least a glimpse, like 5 minutes or something. Just
come on.
Just like a small, just give me the idea of how the game is going to be played. I think they're going to open the show with this, because I think it is release date. Chuck that out the window. We're definitely not getting that anytime soon.
I think it could be coming out next year.
I think they could say 2018. So. They could say.
I think they'll say 2018.
Yeah, that seems for fall 2018. I could see that happening.
Easily.
Maybe even a spring I could see happening. But yeah, that's my prediction. Death Stranding gameplay shown right off the bat.
Awesome. I'd love that. Would be an amazing start. And they always have to start big.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to figure out a game how they would start the show. And like Death Stranding is something that it's honestly a new IP still at this point, because we don't know what the hell the game's about. So
yeah, easily. Okay, so now I'll go into my next one. I'm gonna we're rapid firing these big ones now, and then we'll get into some of the more obscure ones later on. I think people are saying it's too early. I think The Last of Us Part 2 will be seen at this show, and not only will we see it, we will get a full 5 to 7 minute gameplay sequence for the game.
I have this on my list too. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I think it's stupid for them not to. It would. I mean, not if they didn't show this, I would have no problem.
I think now's the time to push it. I think this game is also coming out next year.
I think so too. Summer. Summer to like September or October maybe. I could just I want to see what this game's about. Give me some. Who are we even playing as? Is it confirmed that we're playing?
It's Ellie. I think it is confirmed Ellie.
Yeah. So that's kind of exciting. There is Joel. How much is Joel going to have an impact in this game? Is he like going to be your second, like like your companion in the game, or like how is this game going to work? Where's the game set? We don't really know. I'm excited to see the last. I think everybody is excited to see the last.
Everybody's waiting to see that gameplay. I still have memories of that first E3 gameplay sequence we saw for the first Last of Us, and I remember being blown away.
Oh yeah, I remember everybody being blown away because they're like, these are the guys that made Uncharted. Like, no way. Like, it was so like nuanced, and like everything worked so well, and admittedly the AI wasn't nearly as good in the final game as it was in that demo, but here's why I'm more hopeful for this. The Uncharted 4 AI, it was great. Oh, it's some of the best. Yeah, it was so good. I loved it.
So I'm hoping that we can transition that a little bit even more. We can get some of those things like that we saw in the gameplay demo where when you don't have any ammo and you shoot, the enemy responds to it, or they respond to you pulling out a gun in general with dialogue or whatever. Like,
like I want to be able to, like, if I'm out of ammo, like, and I shoot and they hear that click, they're gonna get a little more brave and be like, oh, like I know he's out of ammo, so let's advance. Like, I want to see that kind of.
You could fake out if you have no ammo. You can fake them out if they don't know that you have no ammo.
Yeah, and you can fake them out and pull out another gun and just like set a trap for them, basically too. Like, those kind of gameplay mechanics would.
I think that's what they need for this game. They need to add more. They need to add more gameplay complexity.
Yeah. Oh my god.
To make it to immerse you more in this world.
Yeah, I think so too. I think stuff like that, maybe adding more environmental stuff, I think would be also really cool. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what this game's gonna look like. You know, they're gonna be playing on a pro.
Beautiful.
It's gonna be a beautiful looking game for sure. I'm excited to see if they do something different with the environments. Is it called The Last of Us Part 2?
Yeah, it's just called The Last of Us Part 2.
Or it's not Last of Us 2, right?
No, Last of Us Part 2.
Okay. So I think it's a pretty guaranteed lock to show up, I think, but
definitely.
We'll see. Next, another game that I think is definitely going to be shown at E3, and it's a game that kind of took us all by surprise last year, and it was like almost What? What do you think?
I know where you're going with this.
Days Gone gameplay. I think we're going to see some more of this game. I think
it's time.
I want to see more. This game has been intriguing.
Another location, please.
Give me another location. Give me a different types of gameplay. I want to see what this open world is about. Are we going to get more story stuff? Hopefully. I also think this game is going to get a spring 2018 release date. I don't think this game's coming out this year. I don't think you release God of War and this game. I think it's either one or the other. Because these games appeal to the very same market.
Though. This game seems like this could be. I don't think you can release this next year either with Last of Us coming out. I think this is a smaller type of game that you can release. Like, obviously it's AAA, but this is a smaller kind of AAA that you can release this year and not get in God of War's way.
If God of War is coming out in September and this game's coming out in winter, or vice versa, then it'd be like, okay. But if they're both coming out around the same time,
no, they wouldn't be coming out at the same time.
Yeah, if there is that gap, but yeah, then I could see it. But I don't think we've seen. I feel like we've seen like almost more God of War and heard more about this game and heard more rumors of the game releasing this year than we have of Days Gone. I feel like.
No. Out of the two, God of War is definitely releasing this year.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's too unlikely that this game could also release this year.
Oh yeah, I agree. I agree with you there.
I never thought I'd say this, but I would actually be okay with getting a Ubisoft-style trailer for this game where we're just like, remember that first Ghost Recon Wildlands trailer where like they just you through a bunch of scenarios and a bunch of different things? I wouldn't mind that for this kind of game. I think that would fit well, actually.
Yeah, like a gameplay trailer, I think would be pretty cool.
A gameplay trailer.
Just to kind of like show off. And that's only if the game is coming out this year, though. You don't show a gameplay trailer like that if the game's coming out like a whole year or 2 years after, because I think that's where Ghost Recon failed. Because I mean, that game's a piece of garbage, in my opinion. But I think that's where that game failed. Is they kind of, dude, that game was trash. Did you play that beta? It was so bad.
It was okay.
It was so bad. It felt like a PlayStation 2 game. That's mean. I'm sorry. But yeah. Anyway, Days Gone. I think we're gonna see some gameplay. Whether or not it comes out this year, that's a mystery. But I'm excited to find out.
All right, you ready for this next one?
Yep.
This also took us by surprise last year, and it's finally time that we see some gameplay for this. I've been waiting for ever since last PSX to see gameplay for this.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man PS4.
Yep, I have this
it's
on my...
time.
I have this on my list with Spider-Man PS4. We're going to get a proper title for this game. Spider-Man PS4.
I think it might just be called Spider-Man.
Yeah, but I'm saying right now it's called Spider-Man PS4, like Project Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I think that this game is coming out this year with the September release. I think this is September. God of War is...
Yeah, it definitely seems like a September game. I don't know what it is about it.
It feels like a tail end of the summer kind of game. And also, I think this makes much more sense if you pair this game up with God of War than pairing Days Gone up with God of War, because this kind of appeals to kids. This game's gonna be rated T. Like it's a game that appeals to children. Like I can see my 12-year-old or 13-year-old self wanting to play this game just as much as my 21-year-old self wants to play it. So
oh yeah.
And I'm super. I mean, Insomniac. They rarely disappoint, or maybe
I love
ever
Insomniac.
Disappoint.
I love Spider-Man. I need to see that. All I want to see from this E3 is Spider-Man web swinging in next-gen glory. Yeah, that's all I want.
I think it's. I don't think we've really seen that yet. I mean, the Amazing Spider-Man games were like, all right, I guess, but I don't think they've reached that kind of detail. That
I want to see something cool added to the web swinging too.
Yeah, I mean, give me VR. I mean, I want to be swinging. Oh my god, that make everybody sick. Can you imagine?
Jeez,
I wouldn't be surprised if they announced that. Like that would be cool.
No, please no.
But yeah, I want to see how this game's gonna work. I hope it's not just like. I have like a template in my head of like a really generic Spider-Man game, and I hope it's not that. Like I just have that in my head where it's like, oh, there's
I think it's going to be more
basic combos. When the Spidey sense glows above your head, you press triangle to dodge the enemy's attack.
It's Insomniac. Did you play Sunset Overdrive? Did you play Ratchet and Clank? We're good. Don't worry. Yeah. The gameplay is going to be hype.
Yeah, I have high hopes. I really do. Now it's time to get into the more...
Oh, snap.
This stuff's a little more like wishful territory here. I'm going to go ahead and say this right now. I was planning on making a video about it. I probably still am going to be talking about this. Devil May Cry 6, Dante's Return.
Good Lord.
I think it's time. DMC, that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, but the game stood quite well. Like it was a decent game. Like they still got it. They know how to make a Devil May Cry game.
Did they call it Devil May Cry 6?
Yeah, because it's going to be Dante's Return. Unless it's just like Devil May Cry Dante's Return or something like that. Like it's going to be Dante. I think that's going to be the main push of this next game. Is the return of the original.
But wouldn't
character.
It be Devil May Cry 5?
No, Devil May Cry 5 already came out. It's Devil May Cry 6. There's Devil May Cry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then there's I think you're right. Yeah, you're right. It's 5. It would be Devil May Cry 5.
All right. Don't confuse me.
I mean, technically Devil May Cry 6 because of DMC. I think that's why I said that.
That's why I was confused. I was like, are you counting DMC?
Yeah, it might not even be a number though. I think it's just a new. It might be kind of like a soft reboot kind of thing. Just a new game with Dante in it.
I'd be okay with it.
Yeah, with like full. I mean,
or we could go for my crazy one that I told you about. DMC X Bayonetta crossover game, please.
I mean, maybe. I feel like that's a little. I feel like they need to bring back this. They need to bring back this IP before they start thinking about crossovers.
Yeah, they do. It's time to revive.
This was the hack and slash king alongside God of War, in my opinion. Like it was neck and neck between the two and quality in games. Because even if you just look at them in Metacritic, I mean, they might not stand toe-to-toe with God of War, but the fan base certainly does. It might even be greater than God of War.
I think so, actually.
Yeah, like
fan base.
There's an anime series of this. Like, it's super popular. But yeah, I want to see this game. God, I want to play this. I love the overall design of Devil May Cry. I love the characters. I love the music, the soundtrack I've been listening to a lot of. Yeah, give me Devil May Cry 6. Please. Was that game on your list or not?
Actually, it wasn't.
Okay.
So okay. You got me there.
Yeah. All right. What's next for you?
All right. Here we go. This there's a lot of obvious ones I could pick. I want to do something that's only been rumored so far, and it would be really interesting to see it at E3. Monster Hunter 5.
Oh yeah, this one I didn't put on my list.
Is basically has been rumored to be PlayStation exclusive.
Which seems a little odd to me because the Monster Hunter franchise has been so glued to Nintendo for the past couple of years.
Well, the reasoning that I've heard is that Switch is getting the Monster Hunter X port, and then PS4 is getting this Monster Hunter 5. That's what I
get that. Like, the port's cool and everything, but I kind of want Monster Hunter 5 on my Switch.
Maybe it's a no compromise thing where like they need that power of the PS4.
Yeah, I mean that's the only thing I could be thinking of because I feel like Capcom and Nintendo have been pretty tight with each other when it comes to this franchise.
Or Sony just offered them like truckloads of money to get that.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first. It wouldn't be the first.
Wouldn't be the first. That would be an incredible reveal at E3. I would love to see that game. Oh, I don't care what system it's on. I'd love to see that game. Period.
Oh yeah, period. Yeah, I definitely want to see it too.
I want to get into a console Monster Hunter finally.
I think this game for sure is going to be announced at E3. I don't know
I think
where.
So too.
It's going to be because here's my reason. Monster Hunter, the character, the main character in Monster Hunter, it's not a main character, but the protagonist in Monster Hunter is basically confirmed to appear in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Oh,
so I think that might suggest that they have another game coming out soon, which I think is
so
Monster
too.
Hunter 5. Like,
it's time.
Yeah. So, and again, that's still it's a leak. So I mean, that leak was, I think, already proven 100% confirmed. So, yeah.
If not 100%, like 95% confirmed.
Yeah. Like it's like pretty legit. It's by a really reputable source that pretty much leaked the entire cast for the last game. So
yeah. So I definitely think we're seeing that.
Here's another game on my list that might surprise everybody, and I think we've gotten some rumors about it recently, and I think it makes total sense with what Sony and Activision have been doing lately. I think we're gonna get Spyro the Dragon Collection.
Oh man, you took one of mine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's necessary. I think that this is a good
full
idea.
Full remake is what I put. Full from the ground up remastered
similar,
Crash Bandicoot style.
I agree. I think that's what we're gonna get. It'll be like the first 3 games. I'm not as familiar. I played all the Crash games on PS1, like as a kid. Like I played those games. I grew up with those games.
Yeah.
But I only played the first Spyro game, so I don't really know what happens after that. I know that like Spyro 2 was really good, or like
I only played Spyro 1 as well, and I remember loving it.
It's better than Crash. It's a better game than Crash Bandicoot in my opinion.
I'm just so ready to get back. Probably more than Crash Bandicoot. I want to get back and I want to get into this series and play the ones I didn't play.
Yeah, for sure. The one thing I have to say though, please, for the love of God, do not use that Skylanders model that they have for Spyro. That is the
I don't think that's happening.
It is so ugly. Like, get that out of here, please. It looks like a weird, like, mutated. It reminds me of something in like Fallout or something. You remember Fallout 4, like how the super mutants would have those weird, like, other creatures that would like follow them around? That's what Spyro looks like in that game. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Get that nastiness out of here. Okay, what's your next game?
All right, I've got kind of like a double one here. One that's not showing up, and then one that I think is showing up.
Okay, yeah, that's another thing. We don't realize, like, it doesn't have to be just be games. Like, you can predict how the show runs and how things work. So let's see
exactly.
Or lack thereof games.
So recently it was confirmed Shenmue 3 is not showing up at this press conference, unfortunately.
Yeah, which I'm really pissed about.
It's very unfortunate.
I'm hurt. I'm a little hurt.
I've been waiting for this game for a while now. I'd like to see some gameplay.
I mean, we got Tokyo Game Show coming up. PSX
I think it might be a TGS, maybe.
It makes the most sense to show up at TGS.
Oh, we're reacting.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's going to be a blast. But
we missed that last year. We're doing it this year.
I want a Shenmue collection. I really do. Do you think that's something that could possibly show up here?
That is what I was going to bring up. Shenmue. It's okay. Shenmue 1 and 2 complete remaster Yakuza style. And I'm even going to say the studio that's doing it. Blue Point Studio is doing this remaster. Heavily tied to Sony, definitely doing that remaster. Without doubt. I think it's already underway,
I will. I think it's coming out this year. I think I could see it coming out in October or something.
End of the year.
Sure. I want this so badly.
I think it's time.
I think it's time to get people hyped.
I think
they might mention something
out next year, maybe.
Yeah, I could see that too. I think they might get they're not going to show the game, but they might talk about it a little bit. Like, oh, it's going along okay. We have plans on showing it later on this year.
I could see a Yakuza style trailer.
Yeah, I mean,
showing that difference.
Oh man, that would be so hype. Please.
It would. I'm ready.
I am too. I want to play the Shenmue series. I think that having a collection makes total sense. I mean, where else can you even play the? Is it on Steam? It's not even on Steam, is it?
No, it's nowhere. I don't think.
It's literally you have to play it on
the original
Sega Saturn. Is that what it's on?
I don't even know.
I think it's on the Sega Saturn. Give me a break. I'm not. Yeah, give me this on PS4, please.
It's time.
I want to play it. Yeah, I definitely. It's
time to release this game to the public.
Yeah.
All right, you go ahead.
Here's a little bit of a controversial one that everyone has been kind of skeptical about for quite some time now. We've gotten some recent news on it that might suggest that it's not releasing for another half a decade at least. But I think we're at least going to see it. And that is Final Fantasy VII Remake gameplay.
Oh, hell yes.
I think this is a 100... They have to. It's time
100% showing up.
Yeah.
I don't care what they said about next 3 years or whatever. We're seeing gameplay at E3.
Mm-hmm.
We're seeing... Want to know what I hope we see? I think we will see this.
I want Overworld.
I think we
a variation of Overworld. I want to see I kind of want a gameplay trailer, like one of those
I want to see these. If nothing else, I want to see these updated character models for the whole cast.
Oh yeah.
At the very least, give me Tifa, give me Eris, give me.
I don't even. Yeah, you don't even have to give me gameplay. I just want to see. Give me like the avalanche, that bar or whatever. Give me a cutscene in there. Show me what that looks like. Dialogue between those characters. What does that look like?
Show an early scene. What about the scene where Cloud falls from the reactor into Eris's church?
Yeah,
that would be an awesome scene.
Give me some voice acting.
Imagine that. Imagine the whole gameplay sequence. I imagine the gameplay sequence being that whole reactor sequence leading to you falling, and then it ends there.
God, that'd be cool. Oh my god, for a gameplay demo?
Yeah, for a gameplay demo.
Oh my god, that would be hype.
That would be so hype.
That would be amazing. With the boss fight and everything, with the
boss fight and the president showing up and everything.
Please, I would die for that.
That's one of my favorite parts, and it's reasonably early in the game that you could show that.
Yeah, I mean, everyone that wants this game and is going to play this game has played the previous, or at least.
Well, I'm not even talking about spoilers. I'm just talking about development. I'm pretty sure that part is done.
Yeah, they showed fragments of it too in previous trailers. So
show us that. That would be so hype. And I'm gonna counter something that you said. I think we might even potentially see this open the conference.
Oh,
Final Fantasy VII.
I can see that. I can see that too. I was just thinking that they were going to open it with something a little more first party, even though I know Death Stranding isn't necessarily first party. It's heavy.
It's second party.
Yeah, it's heavy second party. But is Final Fantasy VII Remake confirmed exclusive for PS4?
It is. At this point,
I've heard it's for Xbox too.
It's not for Xbox. If it goes to anything else, it's going to be PC, and then that's it.
Yeah. We'll see, or Switch. You've heard those rumors.
Maybe.
But yeah. I could see this opening the show as well. I just think they wanted to open something a little more ambiguous or whatever.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. But imagine that orchestra playing Final Fantasy VII.
Oh my god. But that would be it'd be too obvious. Everyone would be like, "Oh my!" But who cares?
Who cares if it's obvious?
Dude, the crowd is going to go nuts if they start playing.
Imagine live orchestrating that Final Fantasy VII sequence.
Oh my god! People would lose their damn minds. That might actually put tears in my eyes. That's that's best of show.
I'm not even a big a fan of Final Fantasy VII, and I would be getting chills from that.
Yeah, dude, the nostalgia factor forever, including me. Again, this is another game I grew up with. This game means a lot to me, and hearing any kind of reprisal of that soundtrack kind of gets me a little misty-eyed. So I would be totally down.
That would be incredible, dude. I'm getting more excited the more we talk about this.
I am too. All right, what's your next prediction? Let's jump.
All right, here we go. What I'm gonna say is a game that showed up recently at PSX. I think we're going to see one final trailer for this game, and that's going to get a release date before the end of this year. Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom will be released before the end of this year and get a small trailer. Yeah, little trailer.
Yeah, I agree with you. Honestly, I could see this releasing before the end of the summer. I could see this like an August thing, to be honest. August, September.
Too soon, probably.
I can see it working. Like, I think we all can hope on that. But I'm excited for this game as well. The only problem I have is I didn't get to beat the first Ni no Kuni, so I feel a little
completely separate. We already talked about this, but I have a feeling that this isn't even going to be remotely connected to the last one.
Yeah,
so
but they mentioned Ding Dong Dell, and I start feeling a little.
It's just the same world. Who cares?
Okay, but yeah, I'm excited. I mean, this is basically a Ghibli RPG, so yeah, I like it. It's straight up like how Miyazaki like inspired to the max. So
the only thing that worries me is that they already showed a trailer at PSX. I wonder if they do the same thing again
with like the anime cutscenes.
Well, no, just like showing a trailer. Period.
Oh, I mean, we're not getting it
at PSX.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we'll just get like a release date for it, like with like a title card or something.
And that'd be too anticlimactic. I feel like you have to show at least like one, like kind of like how the Last Guardian did it last E3. Like just a little small little trailer with a release date at the end.
No, they showed full gameplay, remember?
Well, no, but I mean like the length was real. It was a pretty short trailer for Last Guardian.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It
was like a minute and a half or something. So I'm fine.
Yeah, Ni no Kuni, that's hype. Next game on my list is another one that's going to be very controversial with people, but this one even more so than Final Fantasy VII Remake.
I know where you're going with this.
And I have a prediction that it's going to hurt everybody.
Oh, man.
I think we're going to see Kingdom Hearts 3 gameplay. And I think we're going to get a release date for 2018. I think they're going to announce this game is coming out in 2018. I think the rumors and stuff that we've been hearing about the development have been false. I think it is time for this game to come out. We've seen it. I remember I posted something, one of my memories from Facebook about talking about E3. I was like, oh, I'm super hyped for E3. That was 5 years ago. And I remember KH3 being shown off then. 5 years ago. It is time. You cannot...
But
yeah, like
4 years ago.
4. I mean, by the end of this year, it'll be 5.
Yeah.
So... I think it's time. I think that we could see a fall 2018 release date for this game. I don't think that is as unrealistic as people think. I know we've been hearing stuff that might compromise that.
Here's the thing. Final Fantasy VII switching in-house, that game isn't coming out for years. That game is not arriving.
I mean, at first I was like, oh, maybe because it's episodic, but yeah, like that I could see. That I kind of understand. But God.
Here's the thing. Kingdom Hearts 3, that's the thing. Is that now the FF7 is switching to in-house, it means that Kingdom Hearts 3 is somewhat in development. I would pretty far in development, I would say. And it's definitely going to be the first one to release. People were speculating like which one's going to come out first.
Oh my god, that would be so stupid if FF7 Remake came out first.
No, Kingdom Hearts 3 is definitely coming out first, and I honestly, I know this is dream time here. Kingdom Hearts 2.8 and 1.5 and 2.5 collection came out at the beginning of this year. I would not be surprised if they tried to push that with Kingdom Hearts 3 releasing at the end of this year.
Oh
December.
My god. Yeah, I was going to say that. I wanted to say that, but man, that's stretching.
It's bold.
It's bold for sure. It really is. I mean, it's time. You can't keep doing this, Square Enix. Like they need.
And they've barely shown anything for the game.
They really haven't. Like I would be down if they showed like a good 10-15 minutes of gameplay or like a cool gameplay demo of how this game's structured. Show me. And this is another thing too. I don't even like the Kingdom Hearts franchise. I don't. I've never even played a Kingdom Hearts game in my life. and I want this game. Like, I want to see this game on my PS4.
We all want to see this game out.
Yeah, people that hate Kingdom Hearts want to see this game come out because they're just tired of hearing about it.
Yeah.
Please, for the love of God, Sony, Square Enix, make this happen. Is this game also for Xbox? I think this is for Xbox, right?
This is for Xbox.
Yeah. I actually wouldn't be... No, never mind. No, but we're not talking about... I wouldn't be surprised if this came out for the Switch as well, I was going to say. But that's not...
I think it's too late. Unless you want to add like another 2 years of dev time to that game.
Yeah. All right, what's next for you? I think that's the last of my wild predict. Oh no, never mind. I have like 4 more.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
If I'm not letting you take all my wild ones. So here's one. Here's one for you. We've heard basically nothing about this game except for that it exists, and I think now it's time to show it off. Part of me feels like it's copying last year's, but at the same time, I feel like this game just needs to show up, and that is Resident Evil 2 Remake.
Yeah,
it's time to see this game finally. And I was like conflicted within myself. I was like, would that be too similar to how they showed off Resident Evil 7 last year? But then I was like, it feels like those two games are very different from each other. I think we can get away with showing this game here and still getting lots of people excited for it.
Oh yeah, I think so too. I think recently Capcom has been kind of on fire recently. I mean, with Resident Evil 7, with what they're doing. I mean, say what you will about Infinity Infinite. I mean, the game's gonna sell. You know that game's gonna sell.
Oh, yeah.
Street Fighter V is doing okay right now. They have consistent DLC content at a decent price. Okay, maybe not on fire, but they've been doing better than they have been doing recently for sure. They're definitely kind of and there's
weren't the Resident Evil 7 sales good?
Oh yeah, that game sold extremely well. It literally made people want to buy VR headsets too, and I think that's why Sony and Capcom are like, yeah, we love each other now because of that. Because I think they both
profited.
Yeah, they both profited for that VR headset. And I'm down to see more Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 2. I'm down to see more of that. I think that'd be a cool game to see pop up at E3. But I don't think it'd be as big as a surprise as Resident Evil 7 was. That was one of the best moments from E3 right there.
That from last E3, that was like one of the biggest surprise.
That shook me. All right, here's a really wild one here.
Oh shit!
I have no rumors, no speculation.
These are the best kinds of predictions.
I have nothing to back this. I'm not even sure if this game even exists anymore. It's wild.
I'm ready.
I think we're gonna get a Wild Arms revival.
Oh. It's time.
I think I
feel like I've said it's time like 80,000 times.
Okay, here's one thing to back it up though. RPGs have for sure been on fire lately. Whether you're talking about Final Fantasy VII, Xenoverse, like it feels like we're in the 90s all over again. The RPGs, Ni no Kuni 2, like there's like 5 of them on the Switch out right now. There's just so many RPGs out right now, and I think it's time for Wild Arms to join the arms race and pack that punch once again. I think Wild Arms. I think Wild Arms has always been a series I've been interested in. I've liked what I've seen. The character designs are really cool.
I've heard fantastic things about that series.
Yeah, like I wouldn't be surprised if they did like a re-release too of some of the older games on PlayStation, on the PS Store or whatever. Yeah, I could see this popping up at Nintendo. I could see this popping up at Sony as well. I just want to see it. I think we need a Final Fantasy competitor again. Like nothing's coming close to Final Fantasy really in like overall grand scale of how RPGs are run, and I think that Wild Arms could do that. So I'd be totally down to see
that's stretching.
I think it's Wild Arms 6. I think it'd be Wild Arms 6. Either 6 or 7. Idea. I can't remember, but I think it's going to be a complete revival, and I think it's just going to be titled Wild Arms. Yeah. And I would cry because this is another game from my past. I had Wild Arms, the first Wild Arms game for the PS1, I believe, or Wild Arms 2. Can't remember, but it was really cool. So.
Oh, I believe you. That game looks awesome. Mm-hmm. All right, it's time to talk about a big title that will definitely be here. It's not very unlikely that it's not showing up. I feel like it's a must show at this conference. We even said it, but I think we said it before we even started recording, but it's time to finally see another scene from Detroit Become Human.
Yeah. Honestly, I want to see what this game's more about. I'm not the biggest fan of Quantic Dream. Like, I liked Heavy Rain. It's kind of gimmicky in a way. But I think what they're doing with Detroit seems like it's going to be their most interesting
Very
game
special.
Yeah. It feels like it's definitely... It interests me a lot more than what Heavy Rain did. I think Heavy Rain was just so slow and it was just like, I don't know. That game it was cool and fun to play, but I don't think that game was for me, to be honest. I feel like Detroit is much more...
I like the setting more in Detroit. I like the aesthetics more in Detroit. I love... how your choices impact the scene that you're doing in Detroit. I've heard that it's more of a... I asked last year, I was like, all right, what happens if you die then? Like, what's gonna happen? I heard that it's more of a vignette sort of game.
Yeah.
Where like you're going to multiple different people and playing out their story.
That's okay.
Which as long as they have a way of like giving purpose and like overall narrative,
I feel like
grand structure to all these different stories, I'm okay with it. But I don't want just like a lot of many stories.
I don't want that. I think that'd be pathetic if they did that. As long as there's a grand story in the background brewing as all the other stories are going on or something, or all of them are connected somehow, I think that would be really interesting.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I think there's definitely multiple playable characters, because even in the first initial trailer, it was like a woman.
Yeah.
Remember, and she was like being built or whatever. I think that's definitely a playable character. But I want to see like, oh my gosh, excuse me. I want to see what are the lives like for these people, like for these androids. I guess
think there's a lot of I don't know if it's David Cage this time, but I feel like there's a lot of interesting social commentary you can make in this game. I just hope it's not heavy-handed. I hope it's, tastefully done.
Yeah, but I hope it's a little... I would be okay if it was just a little bit lighthearted, too. Like, just a little. Because I feel like that's something, like, God, remember Beyond?
Oh, yeah.
That was just so, like, just sickly depressing. Yeah, just like, I mean, it was just so dark and grim. And even Heavy Rain was almost worse than that. And I'm okay with it. It looks like this is definitely going to be a little... I mean, even though the trailer we watched literally shows a little girl being thrown off a building, I think that it is going to be a little bit more lighthearted.
I don't know if I would say lighthearted, but I don't think... It might not go that dark.
I think it's going to be just more fun. Like, more like, kind of like poppy type of story. More action-oriented.
More sci-fi movie-esque.
Yeah.
Which I'm okay with.
Yeah. I am too. And I'm excited to see more of this game. I don't think it's gonna get a 2017 release date though. I think this is maybe spring next year or maybe summer next year.
Definitely next year releasing. Don't see it coming out this year. All right, what's your next one?
Oh my God. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it.
Oh.
I think the rumors have been strong.
Oh.
I didn't agree with this at first, but God, I've just been hearing too much. You probably have it on your list too.
Oh.
Bloodborne 2.
Oh man. So you think this is showing up?
I think we're gonna get a CG trailer for it. I think it's just why have these rumors been so strong?
They've been popping up ridiculous.
They still are. I guarantee there's like 3 more that have come up just today alone. Like, it's ridiculous how strong this is. The only game that's rumored to show up at PlayStation.
There's been nothing that's been coming out of PlayStation except for Bloodborne 2. I think it all sparked from like somebody just wanting it. So I'm gonna say this right now. I don't expect this game to be at E3 at all.
A couple of days ago, I was saying that I don't even think this game is ever even going to get made. I don't think this is a real game. But
I think it could be like in the way far future. I don't expect this. I don't expect this at all. Want to know what I do expect?
What?
A new From Software IP announced.
Exclusive for Sony?
E3.
Another exclusive?
Maybe not exclusive, but I think they will show it at E3.
Yeah.
At theirs.
I could see that.
A lot of people have been saying Armored Core. A lot of people have been saying it's a new project altogether.
I would be down.
And
for
I've heard that both teams at From Software are working on something, and one of them is likely to launch in 2017. Is what I read.
I would out of all the, I would want an Armored Core a lot more than Bloodborne 2. I've loved the Armored Core series growing up as a kid, and I would be totally down for a brand new Armored Core game. I mean, a mech game where you can customize your own mechs. Please give me a trophy anime story. Please, like, I want this in my life.
Do it.
So yeah, I would love to see an Armored Core, maybe even an Armored Core in the vein of like a Bloodborne type of gameplay style that's as punishing and as like...
Absolutely.
I'd be totally down for that. They kind of mesh those two ideas together, because Armored Core has been a kind of a dead IP for the last, like, I want to say almost a decade now.
Because they haven't done anything with it.
Yeah, they really haven't. So I would be totally down to see an Armored Core revival, more than Bloodborne 2. Thanks for mentioning that, because I want that more than Bloodborne 2.
Yeah. No, I think it's likely.
Yeah.
All right.
You have another prediction?
Oh, I've got a lot more. We're still going, boys.
All right.
All right, let's get another obvious one out of the way. Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. It's showing up.
I didn't even put this on my list. Yeah, it's showing up.
It's showing up. We're probably going to get like a little trailer, I would say.
Trailer and release date. It's probably coming out August, September.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm going to play it. I know it's going to be good. I'm just not excited for it for some reason.
Yeah, I'm not feeling the hype on this one. Maybe the trailer will change my mind.
I think it's because it's just been so long, like over a year.
For a DLC.
Yeah, that feels weird to me. Like,
well, it hasn't been a full year. It's been like half.
Didn't Uncharted 4 come out like May 28th or something like that?
Oh, I thought you were saying since it was unveiled.
Oh, I'm talking about since just Uncharted has come out. Like, I feel like it's been a while. Like, usually you want to get that DLC out at least in like the 8-month range, but a full year, that's. I mean, like, no one's playing this game anymore. At this point, it's going to be like a year and a half. Yeah, like nobody's playing this game anymore.
Well, I know what I wouldn't be surprised about. I just thought of this on the spot. And
I think I already know where you're going.
Uncharted: The Lost Legacy standalone.
Yeah.
Shadow dropped at the press conference.
Oh my God! No way! If they're gonna do a standalone, they're gonna get that game on a disc.
Well, I heard that it has its own platinum trophy.
Oh man!
So it is standalone for sure.
Yeah, I could easily see them doing that.
I think it's Shadow Drop.
$30-40. Damn, that would be hype. That would get me.
I think it's Shadow Drop.
I would be totally, and I think having it standalone definitely kind of benefits, because some people have sold Uncharted 4 already. Like, some people have already got rid of their copy.
Yeah, well, it's the same as the Last of Us, right? Wasn't that one standalone too?
I think, what was it called? The Last of Us?
Left Behind.
Left Behind, yeah. I think that was standalone.
I'm pretty sure it was standalone.
Yeah, I didn't even. Yeah, but yeah, I'd be totally down for them doing that, making it standalone. I'm again, as I said, I'm definitely gonna play it. I'm excited to see what they have to tell. I just don't really care about Chloe. I don't really care. Isn't Nadine in there too? Like, I don't care about those characters.
I don't care about Nadine, but I do kind of care about Chloe. I'll see where it goes. I just
a little bit. I care a little bit. That one scene
that they showed in the boat wasn't doing it for me at all. It was so like, I need that pluckish rogue type Nathan Drake in here.
Yeah, like it's seriously.
It's not entertaining without
it. Yeah, it needs that Nolan North greatness. That's what it
know
needs.
Exactly.
But yeah, I'm excited to see where it's actually going and what kind of story it's telling. Is it going to connect to Nathan Drake somehow? Like, that would be kind of cool if they ended up making
it's definitely just going to be a small trailer though, nothing more than that.
I think so too. I don't think they need to show any more than that.
Hopefully Shadow dropped.
Yeah.
Hopefully Shadow dropped.
All right, here's another big game.
Okay.
I think that I'm just gonna start jumping into them. I'm done trying to like create this thing, this elaborate like little segue.
Okay.
Borderlands 3. I think we're gonna see it.
Oh my dear Christ. I did not even put this on my list.
I think it's time. I mean, we were talking about this recently.
Showing up at Sony?
I think so. I think so. It's either Sony or Microsoft for sure.
Yeah.
I think Sony's just got the bucks right now, and I think they're going to show it off. I think Microsoft is doing something different with their press conference. I think they're really trying to just push Scorpio, and I think that's going to be their main focus, and just showing like hard exclusives for Scorpio.
I can see it. I didn't even think about this. There really haven't been a lot of rumors around this game.
Yeah, but the development team has said, we're working on it.
It's happening.
It is a game. They said that it is going to happen. They haven't like public.
I think it's definitely going to be shown off at E3 somewhere. I don't know if it's going to be Sony, but it will be shown off somewhere.
Yeah, and it's hype too. Like we haven't seen this game on modern consoles yet. I don't think any of them have been out for the PS. But it
nope.
wasn't Borderlands. Yeah, that was for
besides
PS3.
the remasters.
Yeah. I think it's time. I've mentioned previously before. I think that the Borderlands series is such a beautiful template to do so much more. I feel like that you can do so much. Like it's literally just it's a blank canvas. And I feel like you can go wild with that. And again,
a lot of people don't. I noticed that like the Borderlands series has gotten a lot more hate recently. Like
I feel like
it's
that
just
too.
Started getting more hate than it. Like I remember it being critically acclaimed when it first came out, but then now I'm hearing about all these things about how people didn't like the humor and stuff. I thought it was okay.
I loved. I played
thought,
through. I didn't get to play through the pre-sequel. And I've heard that kind of like hurt it a little bit because I think there was a different development team that was working on that. And I heard it was like a little meh. I heard it wasn't terrible. I just heard it was like a little meh. Like
yeah, I heard it was okay. That's what I heard about it.
But I think the Borderlands that we're gonna see is gonna be like a new Borderlands game. Like you're gonna see it and you're gonna be like, wow, like this is brand new. So
yeah. I'm excited. I mean, it's cel shaded. It's hard to make things like that look new, but I'm ready.
I mean, just like from a gameplay standpoint, it's gonna be like, oh damn, like this is definitely Borderlands 3.
Yeah. I agree.
All right, what's next for you?
Here's one that hasn't been shown in a long time.
Okay.
I think ever since like Paris Games Week 2015, we haven't seen this game. It's time to see this game again, and it's time to finally say a release date for this game. From Media Molecule.
I have this on my list. I wanted to talk about this.
Well, we could talk about it together.
Okay, yeah, I put it down on my list. Dreams gameplay trailer with December release date.
Oh, you think this is coming out this year?
I think it is. I think that if you have Spider-Man, God of War, and Dreams out by the end of the year, that's a perfect lineup. You have something for everybody there. I think Sony would be killing it if they could get any of those games released this year. But if they can get all three, my God.
Did we know that Dreams was VR compatible already? Because if we didn't, I think it will be.
I don't think that's been confirmed. It seems like, yeah, they're definitely going to do that.
That seems like it was made for VR.
Yeah, and actually, I think they would even push that even further and announce that like there's going to be like where you can literally create VR experiences for people.
Yeah,
that would be really, really hype. But yeah, this game has been, I am so excited for this game and intrigued by this game. I want to see more of it. I'm a huge fan of what Media Molecule did with the Little Big Planet series 1 and 2, 3. But
oh shit,
that wasn't Media Molecule that developed 3. But yeah, 1 and 2 were just they were great games. They were just really, really good games that just really encourage creativity. I feel like Dreams is going to do that even more. I just don't know if it has the charm.
Well, here's the thing, right? I saw that way back in 2015. I saw that first trailer they released for Dreams.
It's a good trailer. It's a good little trailer.
And I was like, this looks cool, but I don't know if I'm sold on it yet. Then I saw that Paris Games Week gameplay, and I was like, Jesus, this looks insane. This looks so cool.
They're doing crazy stuff with it. I've been looking forward to this series ever since they announced it. It's been super quiet lately. I think it's time to show off a release date. I think it's coming out this year.
I don't know if I'd agree with this year, but I think we will get a release date for it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe early next year.
Okay, next on my list is probably the most it's the most obvious game I have on my list. The one that's definitely, without a doubt, 100% showing up. That's Call
I think I know
of
where
Duty
you're going with this.
WW2.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for it. I think what they did with Infinite Warfare, I think was really, really interesting. I know it's kind of like a marketing ploy. I know it's being already hated. I think people are already like destined to hate any Call of Duty game at this point. But I think
it's like the meme, right?
Yeah, it's a meme. It's a meme, bruh. But I think that this game has a chance of being really, really good. I think really, really good. I don't know about that. It has a chance of standing out. Has a chance of standing out between all the other Call of Duty games. This is another series that I've played throughout the years. And
want to know something? I have something to say about that. I think if it doesn't look good, you're just not allowed to show it at Sony. Like that's that's their standard of quality now. Like even with Infinity Warfare, they made sure that gameplay was A+ material.
Oh, and it was. It shocked me that was Call of Duty. We were trying to figure out. We were saying wild stuff, and the fact that was Call of Duty was magical. It was a magical moment.
I think
Sony just everybody was surprised by that.
They have a ridiculous standard of quality now, and the only way you can get past that is if like you're willing to pay exorbitant amounts of money, like with Lego or Skylanders.
Yeah.
Or actually, even Skylanders. I think the Skylanders thing wasn't even about money. It was like, you let us remaster Crash, and we'll let you promote Skylanders on our stage.
Yeah. Yeah, it was worth it for both of them, I believe. Activision's still gonna make crap tons of money from the Crash Bandicoot collection or whatever.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, it's a no-brainer. We're definitely gonna see it. It'll be a good little break point to talk about all the other crazy stuff that's being announced. But I have a feeling that it is going to be quite special. I think we're gonna see something wild because I feel like just that studio just always. I think it's Sledgehammer Games that's making this one. Just any of the Call of Duty games, they always try their very hardest to top each of them, and they always kind of find a way. So I guess that's why I'm kind of excited.
Just make them more fun.
Yeah.
Get a good campaign. All right. Here's one that was delayed actually to next year. Unfortunately, we saw a really cool trailer for it at PSX. I want to see full gameplay this time, like a full gameplay sequence.
Mm-hmm.
That is Ace Combat 7.
Yeah. This is another series that I grew up playing. I grew up playing the Ace Combat games. They have super awesome anime story modes, and I love them. Yeah, I'd be totally down to see this game. I know it has VR support, so they're probably going to push that as well.
Oh man, VR in this game is going to be amazing.
I think this is probably the most interesting VR of all the. I think this is second party, right?
Is it? I don't know who makes Ace, but they've always been PlayStation exclusive, so I'd assume.
Yeah. It'll be exclusive for sure. I'm totally down for this. I love the Ace Combat series. They recently haven't been doing too well. The last Ace Combat game was kind of garbage. It looks like this game. It definitely looks cooler. It looks like they're going a lot more like a fictional route, which I think is a good idea because
I saw aliens. I saw aliens in that trailer.
Yeah, like they're going a completely new route with this game. Recently, I mean, I didn't actually get to play the recent Ace Combat game, but from what I've seen, it looks like it's like Afghanistan and like real world places. I mean, they've all been kind of fictionalized in a way, but they've always been pretty decently grounded. I remember like Ace Combat 3 had like this big weapon called Stonehenge, which was like a Death Star style kind of weapon.
That's pretty cool.
So all of them are kind of fictional, but I would be totally down for them even going further in that route and making it like super over the top.
Absolutely. I'd love to see a gameplay sequence. Although I could see, for this one in particular, I could see them waiting until this upcoming PSX to push with the gameplay sequence.
Yeah, I could see that
so
too.
This isn't confirmed. I'm just saying I could see it maybe coming this E3.
Yeah. Okay. This is my last prediction.
Oh, last one.
Yeah. This one I have to do a weird segue to because it's touchy. You're gonna have to let me speak before you laugh, okay? I think that we're getting new PlayStation hardware.
I've already laughed at you like multiple times about this, so I'm done. Let's hear what you have to say.
All right. There's been a lot of rumors circulating around that we're seeing PS5. I don't think PS5 is happening for a little while, at least.
Oh.
I think that this is something different. I think that this is going to be a new PlayStation portable system.
Oh, shit.
Not PSP, not Vita. This is a brand new piece of hardware.
Vita successor.
But they're going to go further into the route of what Vita really just was destined to end up being. I think that it is going to be a portable PS4. I think it is basically
an insane time to talk about this.
Yeah, I think that the Switch is popular. I think that
it's
not going to have it. It's not going to have it. No, it's not coming out this year. I think they're just
not coming out.
Briefly talk about it. I think they're briefly going to talk about it, similar to what Xbox or Microsoft did last year with the Scorpio. I think it's going to be something like that.
I don't know, man. That's gonna. I have no. Right now, that seems like a really sketchy choice.
I mean, I have
nothing
to lose. I have nothing to lose making the predictions. So this is just for fun. I see it as a possibility. I think that it's not going to have a disc drive. It's going to have it's going to be digital only, and you're going to be able to only play. It's only PS4 games. You can download the game, and you can get like a key to download it also on your PS4 portable or whatever.
So you think they'd go full Xbox One like launch concepts, like all downloadable games?
Yeah, I think that's the way it's going to work. It's just going to be all downloadable. That was what the Vita was like, wasn't it? No, the Vita had cartridges, didn't it?
Yeah, the Vita had cartridges.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's going to be a PS4 portable. You're going to be able to remote play it. You can like pause your game and start it up in the portable version and just carry it on the go. Like I can be playing Uncharted 4, pause the game, take that shit on the go, and play it.
That's going to be extremely interesting if they show that at this E3. I don't know if I would bet on that, but
I think
it's an interesting thought.
Right now, Sony is dominating the console market, and I don't think anyone's gonna come close for a little while. Nintendo, yeah, they eventually.
I think it'll take them a few years.
It'll take them a few years, and Microsoft, they're dancing with butterflies right now. I don't know what they're doing. I think now they're gonna try to dominate the portable market. I think that's their goal now. They've tried a lot. I think the Vita failed. I think even the original PSP failed because the DS and the 3DS have just destroyed them. And I think that pisses them off.
But now the Switch is just gonna destroy them.
I feel
like it's too late to show this. I don't think you can show this unless you wait.
Maybe. But it might not even be what I'm talking about. I just think that we're gonna get a new portable console from Sony. I think they need it. They don't need it, but it just makes sense for them to have.
Here's the thing, right? I think Sony is doing what I want them to do, where they are focusing entirely on they're focusing all of their resources on one console, and I want that. That's what I wanted for Nintendo. That's why I want the 3DS to die. I want them to focus their resources on one console, and it's smarter that way. Why would you try splitting up your resources between multiple consoles that people might not have when PS4 has like more than 60 million units sold?
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. You don't have to focus if it is what I'm saying it is, and it's basically a PS4 portable, all the same games are coming out for. It's just another way to play PS4.
I don't know if I would count on that happening.
$250. It costs $250.
Oh my good lord! In a portable system? I don't think so. System,
downloadable games only. It's not its own piece of hardware. It's basically a portable PS4.
I don't think so.
It's the Playman.
No, I doubt it, but that would be cool. That would be interesting.
There have been patents. You've seen those patents too, haven't you?
Those were fake. Those were confirmed fake.
No, they weren't.
Are you talking about the thing that I showed you? The Switch knockoff?
No, not that. There was like another PlayStation portable patent that they showed.
Oh yeah. I don't think so.
I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm just gonna throw that in. I just wanted to have that as my last because I believe I think this is the least likely to show up for sure. Actually, no, probably like Devil May Cry 6 is, or Wild Arms Revival. There's no way we're getting a Wild Arms Revival.
That's Dreamtime. I respect.
No, I'm gonna stand by
Dreamtime predictions.
I'm gonna stand by it. All right, what's next for you? I'm sure I can come up with more as we go.
I've got like quite a few left. I briefly talked about this. Crash Bandicoot, I think we'll get a final trailer to push its June, whatever, end of June.
16th, is it? It was 30th. I think it is 30th.
It's the 30th. 16th is ARMS.
Yeah.
I think that's going to happen. I don't know what they could show that we haven't seen already. Maybe just like one. I don't even think. This might not even be there. It might be in like a sizzle trailer sort of thing. So.
Are they remastering Crash Kart Racing?
Nope.
What did they announce?
Just Crash 1. That's not happening. Not yet. Maybe next year.
I want that. That's hype. Crash Kart Racing was fun.
I think we might get a new Crash Bandicoot game altogether next year. But
I was gonna say that too. I was gonna say that too. I was gonna say that, but I was like, no way, we're getting that this year. There's not even the Crash collection out yet.
No, next year. Another thing. This is definitely going to be at E3. I don't think anybody actually wants it at E3, but it will be at their E3. and that is Knack 2. It will be shown.
Oh, I thought this was a joke, man. I thought this was a joke when this game was announced.
Here's the thing. Do you think they'd show it at E3, or do you think they'd save it for this upcoming PSX? I feel like E3 is just the highest standard of quality for Sony right now.
This would be sizzle reel kind of stuff.
I don't think they're gonna. Actually, like I don't think they're spending any time on this game at E3.
It'll be in a sizzle reel. There's no way they're not going to show one of their games. They're going to show all of their games. They show Lego Star Wars. They're going to show this as well.
All right.
It's going to be in a sizzle. You're going to see 5 seconds of it.
Small trailer, please. But no. If it's in a sizzle trailer, you can't give a release date, and this game needs a release date.
You think it's coming? It's coming out this year, probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a sleeper kind of thing that's coming out this year.
Yeah, maybe like October.
Yeah.
Maybe even the holiday. It might be something good to get out by the holiday for the kids, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
For the kids.
All right. Next, here's no specific game in particular, but this game comes from a studio that hasn't been working on any games recently that
we know of.
And I think it's time for them to finally unveil what this new game that they're releasing is. And that is Sucker Punch's new game will be revealed at E3. Most likely a new IP, I would say.
I don't think we're getting another Infamous game.
Definitely not. I would say new IP for sure.
I wouldn't hate a new Infamous game, though. I would not. I like Second Son a lot, actually.
I liked it.
It was a really good game for the first party launch or for the first launch or whatever.
Yeah, was it? I don't think it was even a launch game.
It wasn't, but it was like the first big game aside from Killzone.
Yeah, first. Yeah, definitely.
Because that game is still one of the better looking games on the PS4, to be honest. That game looks amazing.
It does look good.
But yeah, I'd be totally down for a new Sucker Punch IP. I wouldn't be. You think they could go?
Because at first we thought they were going with Spider-Man, and then we saw Insomniac was doing it.
It made the most sense with Spider-Man because of their previous development, but the fact that Insomniac's doing it changes things up quite a bit.
For sure.
Do you think we could possibly get a new Sly?
Oh, shit. That would be incredible. Wait. Just imagine this, all right? That Sly movie, we've heard nothing about that. What if they go for that joint push like they did for Ratchet and Clank? Full Sly remake.
I would not mind that. Sly's been a dead IP at this point.
I love Sly.
Yeah, Sly's good. Even Thieves in Time, the Sly 4, even that was pretty good.
I've only beaten 1 and 2. I got in the middle of 3.
3 is Among Thieves, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't think
it's Honor. It's called Honor Among Thieves. But yeah, I'd be totally down for a Sly 5. Damn, Sly 5.
Are we getting Sly 5 or are we getting Sly remake?
I'd be down for either. I feel like you go 5. I feel like you do.
I feel like you do go 5. Yeah, I agree.
Like I think they want that number because like Sly's been a strong series. There's no reason to really reboot it or remake it. Like you just keep going. Like why not?
Go 5 and then you connect 5's plot to the Sly movie.
Yeah, so I'd be totally down for that. If that's what Sucker Punch has been working on. I think what Sony needs to try to do, and I think what they're actually doing, is creating or bringing back their old characters. Like they need that edge that Nintendo has, and that's their IPs. I mean, Nintendo has the best IPs of all time. I think Sony's gonna try to get that iconic, those iconic characters back. You know, they got Kratos already back. They have Crash Bandicoot back. They're gonna probably get Spyro back. I think if you get Sly as well, I think you're making money. So
I'd be sure. Yeah, getting all these classics back.
It's happening subtly. It's happening subtly too. So I'd be totally down.
Oh, definitely.
I'm gonna make a wild prediction.
Okay. All right, go for it.
I don't even know if this is a possibility because I don't even know the development team behind this game. You might know. I think we could possibly. It goes into what I'm saying, and I definitely think we'd see Spyro or Sly before this game. But maybe could we possibly see a new Meta Evil game?
A what?
Meta Evil.
Oh, that's the one with the skeleton, right?
Yeah, Sir Daniel or Sir something.
Yeah, I know nothing about this game.
Oh, really? Oh, I played the first one as a kid. I played the first one. I really liked it. It was cool. It was like a 3D platformer, I guess you could call it. It's kind of weird. I remember the soundtrack being really good. I guess there's not really much discussion to be had since you've never heard of it or played it. But yeah, the last time we've seen any medieval content was in PlayStation All-Stars, which was pathetic, so I'd be totally down for a new medieval game.
Absolutely. And you brought up PlayStation All-Stars. I just thought of a crazy prediction right off the top of my head.
PS All-Stars 2?
No, but that would be pretty cool too. BioShock 3.
No way.
It's happening.
No way. If that would, oh my god.
I don't even know about it. Why was that even part of PlayStation All-Stars? Because that's not PlayStation exclusive.
It is. It was just an iconic character at the time. It was shining on PS. I just don't.
BioShock 3.
I mean, Ken Levine's gonna have nothing to do with it for sure, because I believe he's not attached to. I think he got fired from that studio or something.
Yeah.
Like there was some bad blood brewing during Infinite's development. I didn't one of those studios go out of business or something, like went bankrupt or something.
I think so, because a lot of developers worked on Infinite.
Yeah, like there was some bad stuff going on with that. If Sony can maybe throw in some money, or maybe they can get their stuff together. And I mean, BioShock 3. It seems hard to believe that BioShock is gonna die as an IP. That seems like and it's iconic. BioShock is one of the best games of this generation. I will go ahead and say that right now. The first game, BioShock 1. I mean, just from the design perspective and how the game worked, the story, like it was just a perfect game in my opinion. And I think Infinite's even better. I mean, that's my opinion, but I think Infinite's one of my favorite games.
Oh, snap.
That Booker DeWitt
greatness. I do not share his opinion, guys. Don't hate me.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd be totally down for a BioShock 3. I think that's a possibility. I think it's a possibility.
I think it'd be cool. I just thought of it off the top of my head while we were talking about that. I think it's really cool.
Would it be... It's going to be a new setting, though, right? It wouldn't be back in Rapture, would it?
I think we might see a Rapture return.
I think we're going to the moon, boys.
That would be cool. I don't care what we're going to, as long as we get this game.
I want a city on the moon. I want it so bad.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want them to keep going that route with like weird fictional cities. It's
for
fun.
Sure. That was like one of the more entertaining parts about Infinite.
Yeah.
All right. I mentioned this during the Nintendo predictions. I think it could also potentially show up at this conference, and I don't think it'd get a lot of screen time, but I think it would be really cool to see Dragon Quest XI and get a localization release date. I'm just going to throw the same prediction that I did in Nintendo in here because I want it that bad. We need this game somewhere at E3, and we need that localization.
Yeah, I think we do too. I don't know. Like, there's so much here on this list.
I know, there's a lot. I don't know if it'd be anywhere other than maybe a sizzle trailer. Like,
yeah.
A little bit of Dragon Quest footage, and then that's it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough.
It is. It's very tough. You got another one? Because I have one more.
All right. I guess I'll go with one more.
Okay.
God. I mean, Sony is so strange with how their show is structured, because like last year we saw a lot of great stuff, but we also didn't see a lot of great stuff.
I know that was the craziest part about last year's conference, is how many of the games we expected to be there not actually being there.
Yeah, like,
and then there were actually just more games showing up.
Yeah, like it was insane. Like how much, like they have so much content to show off and get. They're going to have to sacrifice some screen time for certain games.
They will, unless this is a 2-hour conference, like I'm hoping.
It won't be.
It won't be.
It won't be.
Hour and a half at least, please.
Yeah, I think the fact that they're showing it at movie theaters is one of the reasons why it won't be 2 hours.
I think 2 hours is the max it can go.
Yeah,
I feel like it will be an hour and a half, maybe even an hour 40. I can hope.
I hope so. I really do.
Sony is the only conference that I want to be longer than it probably will be.
Yeah. Okay, here's my prediction. It's a little stupid, but I'm just gonna go and say it. I want a new UI update. I hate the UI in the PS4. I've mentioned this in several videos.
All right. Now on to my next prediction.
No, listen. Listen.
Okay.
I don't. The UI it trucks. All right.
I think it's all right.
It's not fast. It's not fast.
It's not fat. It's not slow either, though. It's like
my Switch runs faster than the PS4. Come on now.
Yeah,
What's going on?
Part of that, I was thinking about that. I think that's part of like just the more you use it, the more it like starts slowing down. I think the Switch will also slow down eventually the more you use it.
I don't know. The Switch is faster than my phone. I think
we
are going to get
some really kind of fast.
Because remember when they announced that you're going to be able to change your account name?
Yeah, I know.
Where is that?
Where is that? Yeah,
exactly. Because I kind of want to do that.
I feel like if they made that an announcement, that would steal the show.
Yeah, I feel like that's something that a lot of people wanted. Can't you do that on XBL?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, so hopefully.
All right. I got 2 more actually. One of them is kind of vague though. This last real prediction, Red Dead Redemption 2 will be shown, and we will see gameplay.
Microsoft's got that one.
You think it will be shown in Microsoft?
That's why I didn't put it on my list. I think Microsoft.
But we talked about this at Microsoft.
I know,
but now you were saying you said this yourself in Microsoft.
I was thinking. Dude, Mike, that was a week ago. Let me. I can change my opinion. It was a week ago.
But they've been pushing it so hard.
I'm not. No comment. All right, what's your next one?
PlayStation has been pushing this game so hard. This game is getting some gameplay at PlayStation. I almost guarantee it.
It is time for some gameplay. That's for sure.
It doesn't matter where it is.
Yeah, I want to see some gameplay. I want to see how this game's gonna work. So
I'm ready. Give me that full GTA 5, like just full overview, please.
Yeah. Excuse me.
And that was my last real prediction. This last section I included was just a fun little thing that I thought would be interesting to just discuss. Is we kind of already did a little bit. Is just complete out of nowhere surprises that could potentially steal E3 spotlight show material.
Okay, what do you got?
We mentioned BioShock 3. You mentioned Wild Arms.
Borderlands 3, I think would be.
You
one
mentioned
of those.
Borderlands 3. You mentioned Devil May Cry 6. We have a few of those. Any other like crazy ones that could show up? I'm trying to think of like some like just insane reveal that would like steal the show, like sort of like Resident Evil 7 did last year.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII Remake did the year before that. Like what crazy insane thing are people going to remember this press conference for?
Oh man, that's such a again, you're right. It's so vague. It's tough. Like I can't think of any other like. God, I think just BioShock 3 alone would just.
I think BioShock 3 is the big one that if you showed that, you would get major like E3 cred.
Yeah, I agree.
I got it. I know it. I got it.
I have one too. Go ahead.
Half-Life 3. Half-Life 3 will be shown and released immediately.
No, okay. You were going somewhere before you said that.
I'm just going.
I'm just kidding. I think Half-Life 3 is a possibility.
I don't think it is, but it would be.
You don't think that game exists?
Whether or not it exists is a completely different mystery.
It's coming to consoles for sure.
I just don't think you'd see that game at an E3. I think that's something that Valve would announce on their own time.
Yeah, I don't know.
What about like Left 4 Dead 3 or something? Any Valve game? That would be pretty like crazy.
Yeah, Left 4 Dead 3 is necessary to me. That's such a great game. I think it would definitely favor on being on modern consoles too.
Yeah.
Mine is again crazy wild. I don't even think it would get that big of.
That's the point.
Yeah, I don't even think it'll get that big of a response. It seems completely just idiotic to announce this kind of thing. But this company, I feel like, would do this. I think, I think it's possible that we could see a CG reveal trailer for Final Fantasy 16. It's happening, my boys.
You know, I would not put anything past Square Enix.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, first I thought it sounded really stupid, but then I was like, yeah, Square would probably actually do this. I feel like
Square would probably announce a game 10 years ahead of time.
They did twice, I feel like.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Here's the thing. I was gonna say, this is really biased.
So
this is really biased. I was going to say, but this is definitely not happening. But I was going to say, Final Fantasy IX remake for PS4.
Yeah, no way. I think we'll get 8 before that.
Oh, but here's something that I will say might. I don't even know if this would be in the conference, but here's what I hope would happen. Final Fantasy IX PC port to PS4.
Oh yeah, please, God, yes.
Bring that game to PS4 now.
Why aren't all of those games should all be available to play on every single console? Why is that a big deal? I don't understand.
It's so easy.
It's like Square Enix doesn't want to make money.
It's so easy. I would buy that game a 5th time.
I would buy it the first time. There's so many people that haven't played that game yet.
And they need to.
Yeah. Put every single Final Fantasy on every single... Oh my God, imagine Final Fantasies on the Switch. Classic.
Oh my God, yes, please.
That's a whole nother discussion there. I mean, that would,
yes.
I mean, like, I want those games on consoles. Like, it's stupid that they're not there. It's like you don't want to make money.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I just don't get it. I really don't.
Some companies just don't like making money. We've seen it with Nintendo. We've seen it with mostly with Nintendo, actually.
Microsoft too. Microsoft's pretty stupid.
Yeah, with exclusives. I don't know how. It's interesting to think about, like, if their software sales are actually up because they released it on PC as well. But
yeah, I don't even care.
Yeah, that's not relevant. I think that's it though.
Yeah,
this was a very long discussion. Like,
I thought it went on. It went on a lot longer than I thought it was actually going to be, but I don't really care because
there were too many things to talk about.
Yeah. To everyone out there, comment down below. Let us know what you think of our predictions and give your own. And also hit that like button if you watched this entire video. I'm curious.
Definitely.
If actually go through this whole thing.
Yeah. If you are listening to this right now, I will actually be, any crazy predictions I see in the comments, I will be mentioning those. I'm going to compile a list and I will mention those before our reactions next week for the Sony press conference. I will be mentioning anything I see that we didn't mention in this video that I find interesting or think might show up, or even things I don't think will show up. I'll mention them anyways. It'll be fun. This was the last predictions video that we're doing. At this point, I think it's just one straight week to E3.
It really is. Yeah, I just found out I got the days off from work. I am ready to go.
Oh, awesome! Yes, it's time, man. We're literally one week away.
Even if I didn't get those days off,
no way.
I'd quit. Like,
this is
legit. I'm not missing this. So yeah, I think that is pretty much it. Thank you for having me. Thank you for hosting this discussion for us here. It's fun taking turns doing these discussions. Kind of like I feel like you're the director of this discussion, but
and you allow.
Yeah, you allow me to be the star, which I like. And it's like that with all of our discussions.
It's fun.
Feel like it is.
It's fun. I think I just think it's more fun discussing these with another person than just listing these all off by myself.
Yeah. Stay tuned for the reactions, everybody. They're coming next week. Next week it's time. We're going to be reacting to each and every single press conference except PC Game Show or whatever the hell that thing is.
You might tune in. I think we'll talk. We're not going to react to it, but I think we'll tune in before whatever conference is after that, and then we'll just briefly talk about it before that conference.
So catch into PhenomSage exclusive reaction to the PC Gamer Show, because I will not be there. Oh,
shit. What? No, you're calling for this.
Oh, I don't care about it. All right. But yeah, we're going to be reacting to each and every single press conference. It's going to be wild. Expect crazy things. Could we see Medieval 7? Could we see Death Stranding gameplay? Call of Duty is going to be there.
I'm calling it right now. I'm calling this right now. I should have said this before. Death Stranding 2 confirmed.
What the
This E3. It's happening.
But Kojima did say that this is going to be a franchise. I think he already confirmed that. Like, this is his next big franchise.
Oh, just another freaking exclusive for Sony to steal.
Yeah. But yeah, there's so many great games from Nintendo, Microsoft, and PlayStation. There's so many awesome things. Even Ubisoft and Bethesda are pretty hype as well.
And
there's
EA with Star Wars?
Yeah, EA with Star Wars and no wait, never mind. That's Ubisoft with Assassin's Creed. There's some cool things to look forward to during the E3. So stay tuned and make sure to subscribe to both of our channels. That's PhenomSage and Fumin Cho for more reactions on the entire E3, the E3's entirety. Yeah, 2017. We in there, boys.
Have a good one.
And yeah, make sure to subscribe to catch us and. We could all have a cold one with the boys.
Oh my god.
You catch my drift? Go Fefe? Alright, that's time to end the video. I'm done.